Oh shit. It's episode 2. All right, welcome back to the CINO Legacy Podcast. This is episode 2. I'm Mike Farnolo. This is
Ryan CINO.
Ryan CINO, the man, the founder, the creator of CINO Token.
Thank you.
The cryptocurrency that is revolutionizing private aviation.
All aviation.
All aviation
All
as
aviation.
a whole. That is wild to me. And basically, the CINO legacy, your legacy, you want to see people financially abundant, living a happy, worry-free life.
Yes.
And we're going to be discussing everything CINO Token, right? We're going to be discussing financial investment strategies and just all different kinds of ideas. And we hope you really tune in to these podcasts because they're really educational. We get fun. We do giveaways all the time. Listen, today we're doing a trivia question at the end. If you get it right, it's a $100 giveaway. We do them every episode. Today's episode, we're going to be covering core money habits that most people miss. You know, like things like Roth IRAs, 401ks, paying yourself first.
Emergency fund.
Emergency slush fund,
Yep.
you know. And let's get right into this right now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So any recent news in CINO? Anything you missed this week?
Nothing that you missed. I mean, it was a short week because of Labor Day weekend. I spent some time down in Florida, Thursday and Friday. Yeah, nothing major to report. I'm probably going to pull the trigger this week on 1 or 2 marketing companies to help us promote the coin.
Nice.
Haven't heard anything back from Coinbase, although in more research that I've been doing, it's going to take a lot more trading volume to hit those metrics that Coinbase is looking for. The next couple of months is going to be focused on marketing, get the coin out. We've had a nice increase in wallet holders. I think I looked this morning, there was 1,500 wallet holders.
Let's go.
So it's extra 100.
Let's go. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. No.
That's awesome.
We're definitely doing the right moves. We're definitely moving in the right direction.
Yes.
I like the chart being at 4 to 5 cents, floating around there. That's good. Steady. I like to show investors and potential investors that we're doing things the right way. So, as far as news, there's no exciting news, but we never stop working. On Labor Day, we were at the office at the airport, and we were making moves. We're talking to marketing companies, and
we're still holding strong. 4 to 5 cents is good. It's steady.
Absolutely.
And remember, CINO's only 6 months old.
6 months old. Yep. Yep. My goal was a penny in 12 months.
Penny. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. And guys, remember, we do free giveaways in every episode. We're going to be giving away $100 in CINO Token.
Absolutely.
We're going to be giving a trivia question at the end of this episode. Stay tuned for that. And the first person to comment it correctly gets $100. We'll reach out to you. Give us your wallet address on Phantom Wallet. Boom. Couple seconds.
Yep.
So yeah, basically we're going to talk about how to build your bank accounts, how to build your investments going into 2026. This might be some stuff that you're already aware of.
Fundamentals. Let's talk fundamentals.
Okay.
Financial fundamentals.
All right.
In my opinion of financial fundamentals.
All right. What's Ryan CINO's opinions on financial fundamentals? Let's talk about the fundies. Let's get right into it.
Fundies. So I've always said it, you have to pay yourself first. You have to be the first bill that you pay.
What does that mean to pay yourself first?
So a lot of people get their paychecks and they look at what bills are due this week or this month. I got to pay my electric bill. I got to pay my water bill. I got to pay my car insurance, my car. Pay yourself first. 10% of your income should go to you, right? Pay yourself first. So you make $100 this week, $10 goes to you. Take care of your responsibilities with the other 90.
What do you do with that 10%?
Well, there's lots of different things. My number one first thing that you should always have is an emergency fund. This is my opinion. I have a 12-month fund, meaning I have a catastrophic event, I lose my job, I have some major life-shattering news where I'm not going to receive any or very little income. I have 12 months to plan, organize, and execute my next step.
An emergency slush fund.
An emergency slush fund, yes. 3 to 6 months is what I recommend. depending on your income and expenses. Listen, this is my advice. You do whatever fits your situation, but do something. Don't just sit on the couch and listen to me talk and say, yeah, that's a great idea, and then don't do anything.
I know all about that.
Yeah, everybody says they know. The brokest guys on the internet are the ones who know everything. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate what you know.
Yeah, you got to start doing.
You have to start doing something. So, again, my number one rule, emergency fund, 3 to 6 months. I have a 12-month fund. If you have something catastrophic happening that you have very little or no income, you have 3 to 6 months to plan, organize, and execute your next moves, right? You don't want to get into a situation where, let's say you lose your job and now you're living on your credit card at 18, 19, 20, 25% interest. I don't even know what credit card interest is nowadays.
No bueno.
It's high.
Yeah.
But if you live on your credit card for 3 months, making minimum payments, by the time you do get back on your feet, it may take you a year or 2 or 3 just to recover from those 3 months.
Yeah.
That's not a good foundation. Those are not fundamental principles.
Okay, so let's talk about that 10%. And for the people that are saying, I can't even afford that 10%. Let's say, like, look at your spending habits, all right? Like, do you go to the bar, you have to
maybe sacrifice.
Not buy that pack of cigarettes.
You have to make sacrifices. There's always a sacrifice. If you sacrifice now when you're younger, when you get older, you're going to coast. If you make the sacrifices early. If you spend every dollar now, when you get older, there's going to be no relaxing. Things are going to be more expensive. Inflation's going to go up.
Yeah.
Everything, if you look at the last 20 years, everything is more expensive.
Yeah,
and it's always because
way more money. That's why.
Yeah. Well, it's inflation. It's, do you remember during COVID, there was a problem with fuel and there was a fuel surcharge put on everything, deliveries and fuel. Yeah. Well, fuel has come down quite a bit, but the fuel surcharge has not gone away.
Remember the toilet paper fears?
I remember the toilet paper. Yeah, ridiculous stuff. But
people were gambling toilet paper in the parking lots.
I believe it.
Walmart.
I believe it. I believe it. So those expenses that businesses do, that just becomes their bottom line.
Okay.
That stuff rarely goes away. I mean, we live in a competitive economy, so businesses have to be competitive.
Yeah.
But if everybody puts on a fuel surcharge and nobody ever takes it away, you don't need to be competitive on that because everybody's doing it.
Okay.
Right? So for example, don't take my word as gospel. I'm just telling you my insights and the way I look at the world and the finances.
All right, so let's get back to that slush fund. You're saying 10% every time you get paid. Where's that going? Into a savings account? You're stashing it as cash?
I think you always want to put your money where it gets you something. Okay? Slush fund has to stay liquid. You have to have access to it.
Savings account,
short-term IRA, something that you can easily liquidate to get cash to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
Well, let's say within a week. I mean, anybody should be able to make it for a week, in my opinion. So, yes, 3 to 6 months slush fund. And when that slush fund is done, now you focus that 10% resource onto something else. You invest in yourself, right? Do you buy some property? Maybe you don't buy a property because you're not making enough money, but maybe you buy a piece of land, or you take out a mortgage on a condo, or
this is down the line. This is after the slush fund.
This is after the slush. The slush fund. Once you get to that point, that's zero for you in savings.
Okay.
That's your 0 point. Whatever your number is, that becomes zero. You should have some savings, right? If you need a water heater, if you need something, you want to have a couple $1,000 available that you don't have to panic on.
Yeah.
You know, when something comes up, new air conditioning system, right?
So it really comes down to managing your money.
Well, absolutely. It's all managing your money. So I remember we made a video a while ago about credit card usage.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay, credit card usage. Credit cards give you a grace period, right? There was a lot of comments that I don't know what I'm talking about because of credit card grace periods.
No interest grace periods.
No interest grace. Yes. everybody seems to know that credit cards give you a 30-day grace period. If you borrow $1,000 this month, at the end of that month, if you pay off the $1,000, you have no interest. Yes, I agree with you 100%. What I was trying to get at during that video was I look at my credit cards every week. I pay half of my balance every week. For one, in week 3, if I get jammed up and I need to spend more, I don't get hit with a huge fee at the end of the month. Also, it helps me look at my spending. I don't remember every purchase I made for 30 days. But if I can remember most of them every 7 days, right? It gives me a clearer financial snapshot of my income and my expenditures.
What is the positives to a credit card now? Like from step 1, what do? You apply for a credit card?
What
do you do?
I believe
to build credit.
Yes, of course. If you have no credit cards, when it comes time to rent an apartment, buy a car, you're going to need to have some credit. You have to have a credit score. Credit score is what determines if people are going to lend to you and at what interest rates you're going to get lent to. So credit card starts that. Pay your credit card off every month, right? We don't want to carry a balance because balances carry interest and it's very high. Interest is the killer of all Americans. It's the cruelest joke in financial history.
Yeah.
On American people, on all people.
Not to go too far off topic, but like, what about the people who have thousands of dollars in credit card debt and no slush funds, no emergency slush funds?
Yeah, you're in trouble.
What do you do for that? You taking the 10% rule and going towards that?
You need to focus. So my opinion on that situation would be is you take all available resources, make all your sacrifices, and focus on the lowest card that you have, your lowest debt, right? Revolving credit, revolving debt, and get rid of that as soon as possible. Then when that one's done, take all your available resources, all of your sacrifices, and focus everything on the second lowest card and work your way through. And it's going to suck.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like you are making no progress, but you will. You have to get out of that debt. That debt doesn't go away. If you decide that you want to file for bankruptcy because of some credit card debt, that's 7 years of bad credit.
Oof.
7 years that you're going to have a hard time getting a loan. If you do get a loan, it's going to be at a very high interest rate. It's just designed to keep you down. If you're financially illiterate, you can get yourself in some serious trouble. And it becomes more and more important as you get older. You want to buy a house. You want to start a family. These are all things you have to do. I hate to say it. It's not my game. It's not my rules. It's just the game that we have to play.
So you're saying if we're going to use credit cards, use them intelligently, right?
Oh my God, almost cautiously.
Basically use only what you're willing to spend, but you're doing
what you can afford to pay off at the end of the month.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I use credit cards that offer a reward.
Okay.
My favorite is a United card that gives me airline miles. Every dollar I spend, I get a mile or 2 or 3 times, whatever the category is. I don't know all the rules, but at least I'm getting something for using the credit card in which I was going to use cash or a debit card anyway. If I use a debit card, it just comes out of my account, no benefit. Right?
Oh,
but if I use a credit card with a reward, then I get something out of that, which in the future could help me. I went to Africa a couple of months ago.
How many miles is that?
I don't remember. Yeah, it was a lot, but I used my international travel to Africa and back. Yeah. I paid with miles. Okay. So it was, I don't know, $3,000 from my wife and I that we didn't have to come out of pocket for.
Okay.
So, I mean, and that was just for using a card that I was spending that money on anyway. So I got airline tickets to Africa for doing what I normally did.
Yeah.
So pick a card that works for you, what benefit that you can use.
Right.
At least you're getting something out of the money you're going to spend anyway.
Anyway, right. Okay, that's good. Yeah, rewards credit cards, guys. Look into that.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I like the United and the Bonvoy card. I'm a Marriott member.
Yeah.
Rewards member. So we stay at hotels and we use airline tickets all the time. So I get points on both of those.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about the different like retirement saving accounts that we could talk about. Like the typical Roth IRA, it's pretty popular.
So I like the Roth IRA because you don't benefit from the tax shelter up front. Mm-hmm. So a traditional IRA, I can deduct, I don't even know what the limit is right now, but I remember it being $2,000. That was probably 10 or 15 years ago. I can take $2,000 off my taxable income, put it into a traditional IRA, and then when I retire later on or after it matures, I would pull that money out tax-free. Mm-hmm. A Roth IRA is just the opposite. I don't have a tax shelter now. I put X amount of dollars in, but the money that makes later on, is it the money that, the money that it makes later on.
Are you thinking about the 401k?
No. The money that it makes later on is tax-free.
Oh, right.
In a Roth IRA, it's tax-free. I don't know if it's the money you make or the interest you make on it is tax-free.
You're putting taxed money in
the money, so the money you make off of that becomes tax-free.
Yes.
So that's a good retirement plan.
Yep.
We don't want to pay taxes. Taxes are bad.
Fuck taxes.
Yeah. So, and 401ks are great because it's a forced retirement savings, and usually it's company sponsored. Mm-hmm. And when it's company sponsored, they usually contribute something. So, like, there's a certain percentage you can put into a 401k every year, and it goes up a little bit every year. But your company may match 50% of everything you put in. Mm. They may match 100% to a certain dollar amount. So the first $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 you put in, they'll match $4,000, $5,000, $6,000.
Pretty damn attractive.
And then you just keep putting in your amount if you exceed that.
Yeah.
But you have to look at it as it's a free $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in addition to your income. It's free money, so why not take it?
Right.
And it's helping you later on in the future, right? Do you understand what I'm trying to say there?
Yeah.
So
those are some options. You guys could do those on E-Trade and Fidelity right now for free. You could open your own.
Absolutely. That's another thing. If you're self-employed, you can still do your own 401k under your business name. You can open up your own Roth IRA. I think you can even go to a bank and do it.
And you could, and it's important to note that you should be automating all of your payments into your savings account. Well, every time you get paid, you want to automate and forget.
Right. So
that's money you don't touch.
You want to take the human decision out of your financial future. And what I mean is, if you are manually taking 10% out of every paycheck, you will say to yourself, this week's a little tough. I'm going to be going on vacation. I could really use that 10%. And you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to do it once. And then you'll go back to doing it. And then you're not going to do it again. And then this time it might be 2 or 3 weeks. And then you're going to stop doing it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much like shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything that we're talking about right here is preparing you for the rest of your life. You're not doing this for the man. You're not doing this for your employer.
You're doing this for yourself.
You're doing this for you.
Yeah.
This is all about you and financial freedom.
And that's why you're here listening to this.
Right.
You want to get rich?
Well,
you want to be good for your retirement?
That's another debate, right? What's rich?
Yeah. What is? I mean, we all define it differently.
Everybody has a different.
Financial freedom, I think, is.
You don't want to worry about where my next rent payment's coming from, my mortgage payment, my car payment.
Right.
If something happens, the worry is what kills us.
Absolutely.
So that's what we want to become financially free from, is that worry.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. You guys want to live a comfortable, stress-free life.
Yeah. So
let's talk about some unusual side hustles right here. I know you got some in the tank, right?
Yeah. So side hustles, most people who are struggling, let's say they work a 9 to 5, they go to work every day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes you're lucky and you get a 4-day work week or a 3-day work week. Some people work from home. Do you remember me talking a little while ago about sacrifice? Yeah. You have to make some sacrifice. Yeah. If you want to get ahead, you have to sacrifice. And if that means sacrificing a coffee at Starbucks or lunch or a bar with your friends, or some of your free time on the couch, right?
Watching Family Guy.
Doing whatever. If you're willing to sacrifice that time, then get yourself a side hustle, something that you love that you can make a little bit of money on.
What are some little things you could do locally to make
There's,
some money?
There's tons of things. There's always, if you live in a community, maybe you have some people who are down on their luck or who need a little bit of help and need their lawn mowed. I'm not saying go out and start a landscaping business, but if you can mow 5, 6, 7 lawns a week, that helps, right? It all helps. Yeah. Maybe those lawns are the 10% you need to put away.
Yeah.
Right? To help you get at it. Maybe if you're a musician, maybe you can instruct and give lessons.
Yeah.
Maybe that money is the money you use to get out of your credit card debt until that's done. And then you start your emergency fund, right? So,
exactly.
And then hopefully, if you work hard at it, I mean, listen, nothing is for free. There is no free anything. Somebody's always paying for something. Nothing is free. Nothing comes easy. You have to work hard for anything you want. That being said, start your side hustle. Get really good at it to the point where you have to hire some people to do your side hustle. To the point where your side hustle has enough employees and you managing it where it becomes your main hustle. And you can quit your 9 to 5 because your side hustle is now generating 2 times as much as your 9 to 5. And now you're managing it and you have employees to do that. Go do another side hustle.
So like a double side hustle. Well, that was what a plot twist that was.
No, it's not. It's not even that. It's move forward.
Yeah, just keep going.
Stop getting comfortable.
Right.
Move forward. Do something to better your life. Make your life better. If you need more, then do it again. Fucking keep doing it until you win. And you decide what winning is. I don't decide it. Social media doesn't decide it. You decide when enough is enough. You decide when I'm comfortable. You decide I'm not worried about my next bill. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah. So if it's side hustle, power washing, lawn mowing, pool cleaning, powder coating, I mean, everybody needs help doing something.
With something.
If you're good, if you have the equipment, shit, half the problem with getting people to come work at your house is getting them to show up. Yeah. Getting somebody to show up is free. It takes no skill. Show up on time. Right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Nothing's easy, and it's easy to just say words. It's work. Yeah. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to make sacrifices. Or don't, and don't do anything. You're going to be in the same place you were a year ago, next year, same spot. If you're comfortable, great. Yeah. More power to you. Yeah. If you're not, keep pushing forward.
Absolutely.
Right? You understand what I'm trying to say?
100%. All right, so let's go back into CINO now as an investment strategy.
Well, I don't want to sound biased, but I think
it's the greatest fucking coin.
I mean, it's definitely, it started out as a meme coin, but I'm pretty much the only meme coin that I can find that actually has utility.
A meme coin with purpose, though.
Right.
There was intention behind it.
So I'm a 25-year aviation professional, mainly in the private aviation industry. I started CINO Token as the private aviation finance token. It's not just for private aviation. It's going to be for general aviation, commercial aviation, private aviation, regular people who just want to invest in a company that is going to blow up. I believe, and I hope I'm right, I really do. I believe that CINO Aviation Solutions and CINO Token will be the next Google or Apple or one of those Fortune 500 companies, because the industry alone has enough business to support it. Cryptocurrency is inflation proof. Everything's being paid in fiat currency right now, all over the world. There's people out there, not us, who can print more money, devaluing what you have in the bank. With crypto, there's nobody, including us, who can print more crypto, devaluing what you have. It follows a supply and demand chain.
There's 1 billion tokens total.
There's 1 billion tokens. It's not mintable. We cannot create any more. That's it. Supply and demand. The more people that hold the token, the more the price goes up. And if we're creating a network of maintenance providers being providers who provide maintenance on aircraft, which is required, you have to do it, who are willing to accept that token in exchange for goods and services, it creates its own ecosystem.
At a 10% discount.
Right. The network providers, that's the network providers should be offering a 10% discount. I can't tell every business what they should or shouldn't be doing. I think the way to attract good business is to offer a 10% discount. So Rapid Aircraft Maintenance Services in Teterboro, my maintenance company, we are offering a 10% discount.
Let's go.
I mean, it's there. It's
available. If you own a plane, know anybody who owns a plane, a jet, a private jet, like bring them there. Like 10% discount. You cannot go wrong with that.
Absolutely. And if you just want to invest in something that is not fart coin or not Dogecoin or any other hype coin, I don't want this to be a hype coin. I don't want this to be the flavor of the day. I don't want this to pump the chart up, somebody pull a bunch of money out, and then it crashes.
Yeah, it's not a rug pull. This is a long-term project.
This is a long-term project. This is a business. There's a business behind it. There's a network of maintenance providers behind this. We are growing this large.
Check out the website, www.cinotoken.com.
Absolutely.
Read the white pages there.
Yep.
Copy and paste it into ChatGPT. Have it break it down for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
www.cinotoken.com. Read the white papers. Check out the website. See the team that's involved. Join the network. If you're a maintenance provider or know of somebody who repairs aircraft, you can join there. All the information is on the website. We have a TikTok page, CINO Token Official.
Yeah, CINO Token Official
on TikTok.
We're doing numbers on there, guys.
Yeah, there's tons of videos there with lots of information, lots of insight. We have the Discord, the Telegram. We have an account on X. I try to post everything. We have a great Facebook community.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's not just shillers. It's a lot of real people who are investing in the token.
Yeah.
This token is not just for aviation people. This token is here to change people's lives. This is a way to invest in your future. This is a way to grow wealth, to have an investment that sits there for a couple of years and change your life. I'm not going to quit.
Yeah.
So.
And you said it. You're probably going to be the only guy that doesn't sell.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, think early Bitcoin.
Right.
Think early Google. Think early Amazon.
Right.
Think early Tesla.
Watch the video or watch the series. I keep seeing clips from it. The guys who invented the BlackBerry. There's a Netflix series now. Yeah. The guys, watch how bargain basement, bullshit prototype they were advertising and trying to make work. They turned it into the BlackBerry, which was the most amazing thing on the planet
at the time.
Yeah. Until Apple far exceeded.
Yeah, Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs came out with the iPhone, and then Android shortly after that. So the birth of the real smartphone or modern day smartphone, BlackBerry used to kill it. Kill it.
Yeah.
They had the highest encryption. All the finance people were using BlackBerries because Apple couldn't even touch the encryption in the early days. But this is that.
I gotta check that out.
This is that opportunity.
Yeah. Right.
This is the beginning.
And it's still kind of on sale. But this is the beginning. It's not stopping.
It's not stopping.
CINO Token is the only private aviation finance token.
Absolutely. It's the only one.
Right.
I don't know of anybody. I don't know of anyone else who's doing it.
Right. At a 10% discount. Like most people watching probably don't own planes. They probably don't know people who own planes. But if they do, But it's not just for people in aviation.
No, not at all. It's for anybody who's looking to invest in the foundation of a company that is going to change a multi-billion-dollar industry. right?
Fuck yeah.
Foundation of a company
Hell yeah.
looking to change a multi-billion dollar, billions of dollar a year industry that the whole world relies on.
Mm-hmm. Guys, do yourself a favor and go download Phantom Wallet and just put $5-10 of CINO. You will not fucking regret it.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
I don't regret it.
Yep. Go to the website. There's a how to buy video.
Yep. Check it out.
I prefer the decentralized exchange buying on Phantom. We are on a centralized exchange, Coinstore, which I have mixed feelings about, but we are pushing for a tier 1 exchange. We definitely have to pick up our trading volume. That's definitely has to happen, but we'll get there. I mean, we're 6 months old.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we ain't stopping.
I'm not stopping. I am not stopping. So check that all out.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out, please. Do yourself a favor.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't own CINO are going to regret it.
Oh my God,
going to regret it.
I love telling people that, honestly. I'm like, hey, you want to check out what I got?
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Michael. Do your own research. Go look, do some research, ask questions, join the Facebook group, join the community, ask questions there.
We're loading the rocket to the moon, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we are going.
We got music videos and everything. All right, let's talk about some
go ahead.
mind-blowing money stats in America right now.
Yeah, these are pretty interesting stuff. This is pretty interesting stuff.
Do you know that nearly half of U.S. households lack any retirement savings? About 50% of Americans had no retirement savings at all, meaning they had nothing in accounts like IRAs, 401ks, or even saving accounts.
In my opinion, in my feeling, that is horrible news.
It's scary.
Horrible news.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
For somebody who's I'm 51 years old now. I'm looking at retirement.
Yeah, you're like
I couldn't imagine having empty accounts, like not being able to plan for next year, let alone the next 10 years.
Right.
It's scary.
It is.
Especially because we're getting older.
Yeah.
We start to slow down. You can't work at 50 like you were working when you were 25. You know, it doesn't work that way. Your body just can't do it.
Over 1/3, 36% of Americans have zero retirement savings.
That's mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
Pay yourself first.
10%, guys. Every time you get paid, 10%.
It's never too late to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
never too late.
Literally. I had somebody open a saving account today because of everything I was talking.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great.
Yeah, I know. Thank God I met you, man. It changed my life, Ryan. One in 4 Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. I want you to comment right now below if you're one of those people.
Yeah. You need to if you're one of those people, if you're 25% of America who has less than $1,000 in savings, please take some of my advice and do something. Just do something.
Yeah. Gen Z and millennials are especially strapped. 2 to 3 out of every 4 in these generations have under 1K saved.
Yeah, it's not good.
No. You guys, get on that.
Yeah, I feel like because I feel like those generations are so social media fixed where everybody believes I'm gonna make it rich in crypto.
Get rich quick.
I'm gonna score something. I'm gonna be an influencer. Right. You have a better chance of playing in the NBA.
Are you throwing a jab at me right now?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Personally attacked.
No,
I've been
not at
one
all.
of those TikTok shop guys. It's a good side hustle. You know?
It's a side hustle.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Can't put all your eggs in that basket, though.
And you're not going to retire on that.
Yeah. Right.
You're not going to retire. You're not going to plan your future with that.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Only 46% of Americans have enough emergency savings to cover 3 months of expenses.
I'm surprised. That's actually better than I thought.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I'm actually surprised. That's better than I thought.
Because you're saying your emergency savings should be at least a year, right?
Well, mine's a year. I think 3 to 6 months are an absolute minimum. I say 3 because we're talking to everybody. There's some people who only need $2,000 or $3,000 a month to make it. Mm-hmm. There's some people that need $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month to make it.
Yeah, because of all their expenses and debts.
Because the way they choose to live, and that's your prerogative. Right. You do whatever works for you. So 3 months if you're on the lower expense range. Mm-hmm. If you're on the higher end, definitely a year. Definitely a year. 6 months should be an absolute minimum.
Wow.
6 months should be an absolute minimum.
21% of Americans, that's 1 in 5 Americans, have $0 set aside for emergencies.
That's scary.
That's a lot of people.
That's scary. What are they doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing with our disposable income? Or are we being taxed so much that there is no disposable income? Like, people say tax, right? Pay income tax, right? Do we pay income tax? We pay sales tax. You register your car every year. Well, at least in New Jersey, you register your car every year. That's a tax.
Right.
You renew your driver's license every 4 years.
Yeah.
That's a tax.
Right.
Just because we don't call it a tax doesn't mean it's not a tax.
That's true.
Mandated car insurance. That's a tax.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
Mandated
on car insurance.
Health insurance. That's a tax.
That's true.
Mandated health insurance that if you don't have, you're fined.
Yeah.
That's a tax. The Boston Tea Party started over a 2% tax on tea. 2%. How much are you being taxed today?
Oh my God.
Just think about those numbers.
Yeah.
Just because you don't call it a tax, how much are you being taxed? And what do you get for that?
You mean the air that I breathe is taxed?
Don't mention it because somebody will try to tax it.
Yeah. 41% of full-time workers can't even access a workplace retirement plan.
Really?
That's scary.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
So either your job doesn't offer it because being competitive maybe doesn't allow for that company match or whatever. So do it for yourself.
You heard the guy.
Do something.
Yeah. We're here for you guys. We're doing this for you. We're offering you solutions.
I don't know about solutions, options. I just want you to do something. I don't want you to worry about where your next car payment is coming from. I don't want you to worry about where your tuition payment is coming from.
Yeah.
Stop worrying.
Yeah.
The level of anxiety that young Americans have today far exceeds the level of patients in mental institutions in the 50s. I read that stat. I don't know if it's true or not. I believe it. Man, that's how much worry is that?
I know.
That most young Americans have more anxiety than mental institution patients 50 years ago.
Holy shit. That's actually ridiculous.
Think about those words.
Yeah, I know. I'm letting that sink in.
It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, that is. And then on the other hand, we got banks and pensions disappearing. Where the hell are they going? We're making retirement planning harder.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Companies can't be competitive and offer retirement plans to, 2,000, 3,000, 50,000 workers, it becomes difficult, which means stop waiting for companies and government to take care of you.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Do something.
Do it while you can too, because I think there might be a time in the future where we're not going to be able to have this much freedom
agree.
and
remember,
accessibility.
A lot of us feel we need stuff, right? Got to have the cool chain. Got to have the dope sneakers.
The Gucci bag.
Got to have all that stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, really.
What you wear. Nobody cares about the bag you carry. There's not one. I don't know if we should post this. Maybe you cut this one out, but there's not one guy out there who says, "Man, look at her eyelashes and nails. She's the one." Why are you doing that every week?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you're not doing it for yourself.
Is it a thirst trap?
You know what? Cut that out.
Maybe.
cut all that out.
No, we're not cutting that out. That's a real thought. I'm curious too.
But guys, right? Guys get these cars to pick up women.
Yeah.
You want to pick up a woman? Get a puppy.
Oh.
A car doesn't do shit.
Okay, puppy.
Right? A girl. I have not met one girl, not one, who feels comfortable and relaxed when I drive fast in my car. Not
or
one.
Revved your engine.
Yeah, no, they don't give a shit.
Like, holy shit, that guy's so fucking cool.
No, I bring the puppies around and that's it. I get all the attention.
Yeah, right. You got your Frenchies.
Yeah, I love my dogs.
All right, how about this one, though? This one's fucking hilarious. Wealth is extremely uneven in America. You don't say.
Well,
the wealth cap, the top 1% hold over 30% of all the wealth.
I don't know the percentages of numbers.
While the bottom 50% hold just 2.6%. The rich are getting richer, and many are being left behind.
Is it because they've been doing something and taking all the risk? I don't know.
Is that BlackRock? You out there?
Yeah.
Comment if you work for BlackRock.
Do something. I want those numbers to change. I want you guys to be the wealthiest people.
That's why we're here. This is his legacy. Ryan CINO's legacy right now is not only for CINO Token to go beyond $1 and revolutionize private aviation, but for you to get your shit together and so that you could live an abundant life, financially free.
With no worry.
With no worry.
Just be happy. Be happy.
Yes, sir. All right, we got our $100 CINO giveaway. All right, we got a little trivia question for you guys today. You want to ask the question, Ryan?
What year and month was CINO Token founded?
Oof.
And if you know the time, I'll make it a $200 reward.
No, let's make it 500.
Okay, 500.
Because you've said the time you did that
multiple times.
I don't know about multiple. Maybe two or three. That's
okay,
multiple.
That's multiple.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to fish for that.
Yeah.
One.
So
the time you're gonna have people in your DMs
month and
right
year when CINO Token was founded for $100 giveaway, $100 in CINO. If you know the time, 500.
Ooh, I know the time.
You can't. You're not eligible.
Come on, Ryan.
How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about what?
This episode.
I feel pretty damn fucking good, if you ask me, Ryan. How do you feel about it?
I feel great. I'm happy to be here. Please like, share, support. Thank you. Yes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time. Much appreciated. Thank you for support.
Yes. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Anything helps.
Take my advice. Do something for yourself. Take care of yourself.
You heard the guy. This is the CINO Legacy Podcast.
Thanks, everybody.